got the most intriguing question from a customer the other day, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. Hey guys, my name's Don Monaster. I'm the CEO and president of General Informatics, and we're going to talk a little bit about artificial intelligence. We've been doing that quite a bit here lately. But the question I got from the customer was, hey Don, can I outsource my entire AI department to your organization? And I thought, wait, that's a very different viewpoint than what we've been talking about, even for that matter, what our go to market strategy has been here at GI with our AI division. We have an advisory services division that focuses on security, data analytics, as well as AI. But typically speaking, we've talked about AI as a service or as a tool. Look, we know that artificial intelligence can be utilized as a tool to create efficiencies within your organization. But do we need to stop thinking about this as a tool to be used and more of a business function? I think the answer to that question is yes, and I think a lot of industries are starting to see that. It was, about 2 years ago, the question was how are we going to use AI within our operation? And I think the question now is how do we do that and how do we do that quickly? The concern that we have as security professionals, as IT professionals, is how do we do that quickly but also securely? Um, I don't think it's a accident that we had a lot of threat attacks increase during COVID because a lot of people went remote very quickly, and there was not a lot of vetting about how to do that, how to provide access to the world from the outside the four walls of our business. And I feel like this is another one of those times where it's like, hey, let's quickly implement AI. And look, we have a program that we call SAIL, which is the Safe AI Launch. We want to make sure that folks are embracing AI for sure, injecting it into their business as quickly as they possibly can, but doing that in a safe manner. And when I think about it more as a business function, I think it's a little bit more controllable than just, hey, what tools are you using? Because many tools are out there, whether they're embedded in application programs or the the latest LLM model that's out there. The question is who's vetting those models? Who's vetting that vibe code that was just created that got put into my corporate environment? So again, that intriguing question of department to be outsourced, I think it really does speak to how quickly AI is being embraced within many, many different industries. And I think it's a broader question that we all need to start asking ourselves instead of just a tool or a service to be had. Should we be building our organization around a department that knows exactly what's going on within the tool sets that we use, the way that we move information from point A to point B? Look, generally speaking, when I'm talking to people about AI, the first conversation that we have is about the data and how secure is that data? How good do you feel about your permissions inside, for instance, your SharePoint repositories? These conversations become much more about the entire corporate entity as opposed to one application that you're going to use to create efficiencies inside your business. So, pretty intriguing question. I thought it was rather thought provoking and wanted to share it with you. Again, guys, my name is Don Monaster. I am the CEO and president of General Informatics. If you want to contact me and talk to me a little bit about these types of things, you can easily email me at donm@geninf.com, or you can just go to our website at geninf.com and fill out the contact page that goes directly to me and our marketing folks. So I can definitely get in touch with you. But for now, think about it. Think about that as being kind of a different way of looking at business. Is this really more of a business function than a software application? I think it is. And look forward to talking to you. God bless, guys. Have a good one. Bye.